Grant me strength! You By all the saints, die!
Give me a hand over here.
Not much longer!
Hey, can't do this alone. Give me a hand!
Time to die! Flee! I'll have to try that myself. Must be treasure.
Give me a hand with this. Soma.
Eivor, my friend. It is good to see you again.
How's Bridge? It's gone through so many changes.
The city has bounced back quickly. The river brings trade, and trade brings prosperity. I have built this city into something separate from myself. As long as I protect it for the rest of my days, it will live on and on.
It was good to see you, Soma.
And you.
Let's put her in here.
You want to die, thief?
Eivor, you should hear this.
This Backrot and his friends had the foolish balls to raid Ravenstorm.
Are the others dead?
A few. Most of them escaped. They did not damage much, but made off with some of our gear. Should I get Randvi?
No. She has enough on her table. I will handle this. So, you thought you would play at Vikinga, little man? Are you prepared to go all the way?
You won't get anything out of me, Danish scum. I'll never talk.
I'm Norse. And what makes you think I want to hear you talk? Maybe I will take my payment in flesh. chop off his leg. It does not have to be a clean cut. No need to sharpen your blade.
No, please! Don't cut off my leg! It was Sir Edward who wanted your stuff. He paid us to do it!
Sir Edward?
It's the Earl of Westerna! Or that's what he calls himself. Said he hates Vikings, your lot especially.
Where can I find this Sir Edward, Earl of Westerna?
I don't know, I'm new! We were supposed to steal the gear, then meet at the longship west of Ravensburg. That's all I know!
You can take him to Randry now. Maybe we can trade him for a pig. You seem sad, Gunnar.
I am. Sven was a good friend to me over the years.
Was? What do you mean?
Oh no, Eivor. You've been away. Sorry to say. Sven passed away not 2 nights ago in his sleep.
No. How's Tovi?
Taking it hard, very hard. You ought to go and have a word with her. Far as I know, she's barely left his grave. And
Tovi.
Eivor, it's Sven. He passed while I was away.
Tovi, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
No one was. We had planned to brand Tekla's barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed, sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he went with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he meant to do. His death was so empty, not like in our stories.
What stories do you mean?
When we tell stories, the old and wise, they have this calm about them. They know when their end has come and they're ready. Sven wasn't ready. And I wasn't ready either. He was supposed to teach me things. I'm still learning. Everyone looks at me like I will simply carry on his work. As if nothing happened. Because they don't know. They don't know I'm not ready.
Life may ask more of us than we are prepared to give. But all we can do is our best. I was not prepared to lose my parents. But in a flash, they were taken from me. I pressed on, determined to live.
That must have been punishing. But you are so strong and so determined.
Someone else might have done better than me. Or worse. But this was the fate woven for me, so I live it. I know Sven believed in you, in your craft. So do you believe in him? Do you trust him?
He was the most skilled artist I have ever known.
And he chose you. You may step up or step down, whatever you decide. But know that he had faith in you.
Thank you, Eivor. I need to get home.
Be strong, Tovi. And know you are valued. When I close my eyes, Sven, I see your designs on the arms of the gods. You have taught Tovi well. Through her, you live on. I am sorry I was not here to see you off, old friend.
Eivor Wolf-Kissed, is that you?
Do I know you?
You were too young to remember me, but I stayed with your household many years ago. This is for you.
The Meadhorn of Sutunga. How is this possible? Can you conjure things from dreams?
Yes, it's only a model. I fashioned it from a story told to me by your father, but since he's dead, I offer it to you.
It is exactly like a sword. In my head, as Varin described it to me. Have you made other things from stories?
Only if the storyteller is very good. Your father was. He would have made a good skald.
Could you do it from dreams or visions? Bring something into this world from another?
Not all dreamers speak, and fewer yet speak clearly. see us talk too much and cloud your vision with...
What's this about bringing things into this world from another?
More like imagining it into our world. When I have the image, its design speaks to me in a language I do not know, and yet understand.
This is Sutunger's meadhorn, Valka, from Jotunheim. Svarin described it to him.
I do not like this business of trafficking in visions. But if it revives good memories of your father, there may be value in it. I will bring you a potion that will let Eivor dream and speak clearly. If you take advantage, your death will be painful.
Nah, you need not go to so much trouble. You could give me the recipe.
I will bring you a potion. Do not dig too deeply. We do not know the true cost of this.
There will be no cost to the gods. You heard him. He does not take things from their realms. He imagines them, then crafts them.
Not the cost to the gods. To you.
I will get the workshop ready. Come by when you want to get started.
Silence, both of you!
Randvi, I demand that this matter be settled here and now.
Have patience, Rowan.
Rowan, Holger, why all this shouting?
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Rot disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgefu's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. To make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleeding...
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafu's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes in peace.
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some ways you helped in its creation.
Absolutely not. Silver is the only color I wish to see from you.
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass, and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon. Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Svend passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
Yes, I'd heard. The poor man. I wish I could have spent more time with him before the end.
I think we all wish that. Tovi most of all.
I want to see the Alliance map. Hytham asked that I travel to London. What do you know of it?
A wild city, one that Halfdan Ragnarsson tried to claim for himself years ago. But it resists all attempts to be held.
Hytham claims the city is overrun by a strange cult, the Order of the Ancients. He asked that I track them down and kill them. Doing so may help the honest people there, and earn us an ally in the process.
In a city so chaotic, it is worth a try. Approach by the North Gate and start asking around.
Hey there! How are you? Looks like I have a new letter.
can hardly believe it's you. The one fated to save my people.
That woman seems to know me.
Oh, it's you! Valka said we would meet, but I can hardly believe the great Eivor is fated to save my little Isle of Skye.
Who are you?
Ahead of yourself as always, Edith. Eivor. Edith is an old friend and a seer. She contacted me for advice. Her people are plagued by nightmares to the point of madness.
I wasn't aware people settled on the Isle of Skye.
There are small settlements, but it is a place of passage for many, making it perfect for dreams to wreak havoc. Until now, I've mostly been deciphering if my cousin's feasting on feathers in her dreams means she should marry a farmer or a baker.
You lost me again.
Edith needs your help. And it's not just her people being affected. As someone deeply in tune with the spirit realm, I have also begun to lose sleep. I fear it may spread to our settlement soon.
I will investigate. But it is not as if I have experience chasing away bad dreams.
There is more. You're not going to like this, Eivor. But I believe somehow Randvi is involved. Perhaps even responsible.
Valka, you've gone really mad this time. Randvi would never do something like this. Nor could she. She's always here.
Ever since the nightmare started here, I began asking the spirits for clarity. And a vision came to me. Though it was cloudy, I know what I saw. You will find Randvi amidst a scene of death on the Isle of Skye. The two of you will fight before you are forced to part ways forever.
That just can't be true.
Believing is your choice. The only way to find the truth and stop the nightmares from spreading is if you go to the Isle of Skye. I must tend to my duties, but Edith can take you when you are ready.
So, are you ready? My people can't go without sleep any longer.
I need some time before we head out. I'll come back when I'm ready.
Please, don't wait too long. My people need you.
Ah, back again, hmm? Ready for more?
Ready.
Splendid. And now for your opponent. I think it's time your head got stung, for none remain but the silver tongue. One-on-one, you'll fight with me. Champion of the BBB! In such a fight, you wallop me with all your might. It seems to me you've proven to be champion of the BBB.
I am honored, I think.
Go on now, carry our name with only pride and never shame. Remember how it was you came to be blessed with so much fame. Farewell.
Coward and churl. What churlish thing to say?
What's this? What do I have to do? Have I lost my touch? Am I cat?
It smells good.
Oh, please. I'm irritated enough already. The last thing I need is someone lying to my face.
It is a compliment, Saxon. Take it. What are you brewing, anyway?
I call it Leicestershire sauce.
That is a mouthful. What is wrong with it?
It doesn't come close to meriting such a sizable name. That's what's wrong with it. And I've tried. Lord, have I tried. But I cannot, for the life of me, strike the perfect balance. I should just give up.
As I look around, that is hard to argue.
You wouldn't happen to be carrying an eel, would you?
Not the first thing I grab when I set off for the day, no.
I've fished everything in Leicester but the eel.
And you think this elusive river snake could be the answer to your sauce woes?
There's only one way to know for sure.
All right. If I wrangle one, I shall bring it to you.
Yes, please. I must try, if only to rule it out. Thank you.
I have your eel.
Oh, good! Please, add it to the pot. Ah, here it is. Would you be so kind?
You want me to taste this?
Of course, for your palate is far less tainted than mine. Take a generous amount, too. And? Verdict?
Oh, no. Not quite there.
Oh, Lord!
If it helps, I've had worse.
I suppose that's it then. It's over. Time for me to pack up my things and see what the fruits of another kingdom might offer me.
Where will you go?
Worcester, I think. Though I'll be buggered if I'm going to name my sauce after that paltry place. Thank you for all your help. I don't know many Danes, and I don't care to, but you've helped bring closure to this journey. If I could ask one more favor of you, it would be to take this failure to the grottos below my home. I can't stand the sight of it.
Farewell. Luck be with you. You will need it. Well, it was not for a lack of trying. That song. You have spent some days in a longship.
Oh, many. See this salt-blasted hair? It took a pummeling over the years. All that seawater. Feels like hay now.
Better keep away from the horses, then.
You are very quick. And sturdy by the looks of you. But you are not from that Ragnarsson camp there in Repton. I would have recognized you.
I belong to another clan. What are you doing away from yours?
I have been cast out. Too old, too frail. Dead weight, as they say. I will have to get used to watching the sights of war from afar now.
No shame in that. Not many of us can say they lived long enough to simply retire. You have earned it.
But have I? Or have I missed my chance? I thought I knew what lay ahead, but now that is foreign to me.
Embrace it. Sail the seas. Write your songs and bellow out in the winds. Sounds nice to me.
You are far too young to speak so wise. There is a bright future for you and your clan. I would like to add to it. Take this key. If you find yourself in Repton, seek out my quarters near the docks. There is a large tree out front. Inside you will find a few of my most prized items. Take them. I no longer have any need.
You honor me.
Call it a gift from the old guard to the new. Odin guide your way, young drengr.
This must be that old raider's place. He said he wanted me to have his things. everything.
Oh, shit!
This is a mere moment. No one will remember it. No one Not your name, nor mine. It all ends up the same.
Regret torments you.
My only regret is losing to whatever you are. You reek of fading glory.
Can you deal with that?
Good day.